Hi, I'm Sarah Jessica Parker, and my astrological sign is Aries.
And what do you think Aries are like?
I have no idea. I don't really care because my husband's an Aries. There's not even an overlap. He's born 3 or 4 days before me and a couple of years before me, but he's an Aries, and I don't see that we are like in any way. So I know people will say, well, he was born on this day, and so therefore he's more of the other guy that's before, Pisces maybe. But I think it's amusing. Aries, here we are. Over the Ram, that's right. Okay, so Pluto's retrograde phase, well, already that's bad. That sounds bad. Pluto's retrograde phase means that some of your more wide-ranging plans will have to be put on hold for a while. Oh, brother. You know how many phone calls that's gonna be? Wait, let me finish. You can still transform your existence. Oh, you can still transform your existence. But you will need to plan further ahead and not expect everything to happen at once. That's perfectly fair. That's a reasonable way to live. I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I got to make note of it. So the retrograde means that some of my war ranging plans will have to be put on hold. Okay, I think that makes, well, yeah, actually, come to think of it. But apparently it's to do with my existence, which is very big. All right, you'll still transform your existence, but you'll need to plan further ahead. All right, excellent, thank you. Glad I found out now on a Sunday.
As a movie star, was it a big decision to go and do a TV series?
Pretend your premise that I was a movie star was accurate. It's hard for me to answer that question because I can't subscribe. Here's how I would kind of characterize it is that I was very much a journeyman actor. That's what I really sincerely thought myself as living, which had been my goal really sincerely because all the actors I knew who I admired worked in every medium. They did plays on Broadway, off Broadway, off Broadway. Everyone auditioned for movies. If they got a part, they did it. Big, little, it didn't matter. So when the script was offered for the pilot of Sex and the City, and I met with Darren Star, I had read the material and I was taken with it. I found it really compelling. Had it been network, that might have been different. I think just because it felt like people weren't really working as much in network television in the conventional idea of what network television was, who were also working in film and theater in New York. Fewer of us went out for pilot season or did guest shots, primarily because those shows were mostly shot in LA. But a pilot for HBO kind of had its own kind of special kind of aura around it that was mysterious more than anything else.
So everyone plays the game of who they are on the show.
Yes.
And although you are, in fact, Carrie Bradshaw, are you Carrie Bradshaw in real life?
Who am I? I would say probably like many women, I'm probably a combination of Carrie in terms of some of her interests and certainly the way she feels about New York City. And in a far less fevered way, I would say her affection for shoes and fashion, but Carrie's is heightened and, otherworldly. And I would say as a wife and a mother, there are times that I appreciate the things that Charlotte says, even though she says them in a often sometimes hysterical, literally hysterical, not like hysterical, more like hysterical.
Yeah.
I think there's things about Miranda that I really appreciate. So I think a bit of each, but obviously there's a kind of sentimentality about Carrie that could muddy the waters even for me.
Do you let your daughters borrow your shoes?
Here's the sad truth is that they really don't fit them anymore. Their feet are the wrong size and that's not going to go backwards. It's really kind of awful. Though one of them seems to lately fit some of them, but they don't really ask for them that much. Thus far, they're not really like raiding my closet or anything. They very much have their own style. They like clothing. It matters. They'll be 16 in June and they don't seem particularly distracted, but they definitely have ideas about how they want to feel and look when they walk out the door to school or to dinner or a play.
Who did you have a crush on growing up?
Okay, Robert Redford.
In Way We Were?
Hubble Gardner. So Robert Redford, definitely, I had a life-size poster of him that I got at the Broadway Penny Arcade, the pinball place at 52nd and Broadway. Just in terms of like true, I don't want to call it superficial, but like the kind of archetypal crush, I would say Robert Redford. I met him briefly years and years and years later, but I could never share with him because he's beautiful. I think we can all agree on that, whether you like invested your teenage or younger life having a crush on him. And he has a very magical kind of beauty in that, I don't know if you noticed this, but when he smiles, the light does flash off his front tooth. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, but he's so good at Hubble Garden. I always thought I should play their daughter. Don't you think there was a rumor about 20 years ago that they were doing it and they'd cast somebody else, and it came to me via fax, and this other person was named, and I thought I was gonna have to be taken to a hospital. I was like, what? I mean, it seems so obvious to me that I could be, I felt sincerely, and I don't ever think that I'm right or good for anything.
So what are you more like, a dog or a cat?
Cat. I have no idea why. I just think we have 3 cats and we had 1 dog. So you tell me. I think I'm more independent. Cats tend to be very independent. They're kind of contrary, but also they can be very, I have no reason at all. I've never thought about this. I think I don't love cats more than I love dogs. But once again, I'll just say we have 3 cats and we've only ever had 1 dog. Oh my gosh, pet peeve. Oh God. I don't understand why anybody leaves a empty water bottle in the fridge. Children. My children. Because of that elf that shows up later on in the day and refills it. You know, the one that travels around the globe and refills water bottles and throws away empty packets of food that are on the shelf in your pantry.
Where was your first kiss?
I think in a swimming pool in 1976. I was on the road doing The Sound of Music. I was Brigitte, the smart one, the one that tells Maria that she's in love with her father, Captain Von Trapp. I think there was an actor in the show who was older than me.
Was he Rolf?
I'm not going to say. I'm pretty sure he kissed me, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he kissed me.
Was it planned?
No.
Oh.
Oh, God, no. You mean, did I plan it? I might be conflating time and place, but I believe he was my first kiss. I think it was recreational. As far as I know, this person was kissing more than just me. He just might have been in a really friendly mood. I don't know.
Have you had any fashion moment that you sincerely regret?
I don't regret any of it because what's the point? I probably don't remember them, but if we wait long enough when we open this up to whoever is going to be generous enough to give us their time, I'm sure they will have a laundry list of things I should be telling you right now that were mistakes, regrets, whoopsie daisies, who wore it better, not me.
It's hard to wear a tutu.
I love tutus. But here's the thing about those kinds of mistakes, wrong, misguided, unflattering, too much of the moment, not enough of the moment. All of it's been incredible. All of it has been a privilege. All of it has been a gift. All of it has been ridiculous. All of it's been exhausting. All of it's been thrilling. What is there to regret?